Jimmy, our tale of the tape.
And you see the height difference between these two fighters. Ed West, much taller at 5'9" than Luis Nogueira at 5'4". Luis Nogueira is going to have to push in and really commit to get to the head of Ed West.
With the official introductions of quarterfinal number 1, we send it inside the Bellator cage to Michael Williams.
Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 and on FX2 in HD. Tonight from the Canton Civic Center, now present the Bellator Season 5 Bantamweight Tournament quarterfinal round. Brought to you by the city of Canton, Ohio, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And now set for 3 5-minute rounds. First, the red corner at 5'4", weighing in at 134 pounds. Near perfect as a professional, 11 victories, just 1 defeat. From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, introducing Bellator, Luis Nogueira. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'9", weighing in at 134 pounds. His professional record, 16 wins, 5 losses. From Tucson, Arizona, Ed Wild West. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Mark Matheny.
In the quarterfinal round of the Bantamweight tournament, elbows to the head are not allowed. Mark Matheny is the referee. The winner becomes the first semifinalist in Bellator's Season 5 Bantamweight tournament, the bell in round number 1.
I look for Ed West to stay very light on his feet. Nogueira is very powerful, but West thinks he leaves a lot of openings.
The Brazilian Luis Nogueira is in the black trunks. The American Ed West is in the dark blue trunks.
I talked about the height of Ed West. I wish there was a stat on there for leg length, man. He has a mile of legs. He's trying to keep Nogueira at a distance already.
West 5 inches taller than his opponent, standing 5'9", says that he wants to apply heavy pressure in the stand-up and use that reach advantage.
Oh, good left hook. Now, I think that's going to be the key to the fight. Can Nogueira come forward without leaving an opening for Ed West to capitalize on? Ed West, a very smart fighter.
Nogueira, in the minority of Brazilians in MMA, he does not have a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, comes out of luta livre and wrestling, freestyle wrestling. Says that he has been focusing heavily on his Muay Thai in this training. He wants to keep this fight standing, he told us, and he wants to knock out Ed West.
Well, the thing is that everybody who's picking against Ed West in this fight talks about the wrestling of Nogueira. They say, hey, that was Ed West's downfall against Zach Makovsky. He hasn't shown great takedown defense, but Ed West says he's been working very hard on his wrestling.
Ed West said of Nogueira's wrestling, saying you're a great wrestler in Brazil, and this is Ed West, not me. He said saying you're a great wrestler in Brazil is like saying you have great jiu-jitsu in France.
Well, let's just say that Brazil does not have the history of wrestling like in the United States. It hasn't been a big sport for a long time. Love jiu-jitsu, great judo coming out of that country, but yeah, not a great history of wrestling.
Switch kick there by West. Extremely flexible, extremely athletic. Two fighters really dismissive of each other's skill set. You really saw that, I think, boil over at the weigh-ins. Yesterday at the Pro Football Hall of Fame here in Canton, Ohio, turned ugly. Jimmy, we saw Bjorn Rebney in the opening. You actually jumped in there, too, to separate the two fighters.
I had to grab Nogueira, pull him back. I said, hey, save it for the cage, guys. Don't do it for free.
Ed West was really taken back by that. He told me afterwards he thinks that's a sign that Nogueira was scared. Nogueira saw it as West being scared.
I don't think either one of these guys are scared. You know, I mean, Ed West, a very cerebral fighter. He's very smart, very hard to get off of his game. Nogueira, a very emotional fighter. They were just expressing, you know, how they're good left hand by Nogueira.
Best punch of the fight thrown by the Brazilian there with that wide left hook. Outside kick by West and a straight left hand. Body lock by West and a takedown. West said, I won't shoot. If I look for a takedown, it will be from the clinch just like that. Closed guard now from Nogueira.
Now let's see what they do on the ground. Ed West has outstanding jiu-jitsu. We've seen it more from the bottom so far in Bellator than from the top. Let's see what he has in terms of his top game.
West is always candid in saying my one area of weakness as a mixed martial arts fighter is in wrestling.
And his style, his stand-up style, makes him easy to take down. He's very much on his tippy toes, bouncing around, and he's not low. So he was easy to take down for a guy like Zach Makovsky. Even Jose Vega took him down pretty easily, but against someone who wants to stand up with him, it's hard to find success.
Nogueira just tying up West, holding on, and he is looking directly into the eyes of our referee, Mark Matheny, essentially saying, let's stand this fight up.
You know, that's interesting. A Brazilian fighter that wants to stand up is pretty rare.
Again, that's what Nogueira told us, though. I want to stand, I want to bang, I want to knock out Ed West. Not once did he talk about going to the ground, not once did he talk about trying to submit Ed West.
Which is interesting, considering Ed West's vulnerability so far to the takedown, that he's not, you know, going to follow that path. He wants to stand up, and you saw that Ed West is very good stand-up, very loud on his feet, good angles. Not easy to knock that guy out.
Open guard now by Nogueira, and he closes guard right back. Closing in on the final minute of round number 1. This quarterfinal number 1 in Bellator Season 5 Bantamweight Tournament.
The problem is with this hold on and let the ref stand it up strategy is certain refs let it go for a long time. You can lose a lot of time on your back waiting for the ref to help you out.
Nogueira right back to his feet. West in pounce. I think West is happy to let his opponent stand.
Good left hook.
Left hook by Nogueira. He comes forward. There was a shot by West.
Oh, good body shot by Nogueira.
Nogueira letting go with the right hands, missing with the wide left hook. Still Nogueira stalking Ed West.
Oh, good kick.
West said, I want to be in and out this entire fight. Nogueira said, I want to sit chest to chest and throw the punches.
And you can see why. Nogueira is a very hard hitter. I think he hits harder than Ed West. Ed West, I don't think, wants to stand in front of Nogueira.
Body kick definitely blocked there by the arm by Nogueira. Nogueira now changing levels. Wide base held by Ed West.
Break! You see here, Luis Nogueira committing to getting inside. You don't see it, but he landed a nice body shot there. And Ed West, beautiful outside takedown. That's going to be the problem with Luis Nogueira trying to push and get inside. West is going to clinch, try and take him down.
Round number 2 of this first Bantamweight Tournament quarterfinal. Luis Nogueira versus Ed West. 3 judges scoring cage side for the state of Ohio. And Jimmy, as always, you have the unofficial scorecard.
Very close first round. I gave it to Ed West. I thought he angled well and landed some good shots in the beginning and obviously got the takedown. Nogueira came on strong at the end, might have stolen that round.
In round 1, I talked about both fighters being dismissive of their opponent's skill set. Nogueira said of West, I think he's only good at MMA. He's not good at any specific martial art. He's only a mixed martial artist.
Well, you know, Ed West would say that's his strength, is I'm good at everything. There's nowhere I'm not comfortable. Nogueira said you need a base in which to be a really great fighter. He doesn't believe Ed West is.
Ed West was the runner-up in Bellator's inaugural Bantamweight tournament, contested last year in the final, and that was the crown Bellator's first ever 135-pound world champion. He lost a 5-round unanimous decision versus Zach Makovsky. The winner of this 8-man tournament earns a title shot versus Makovsky, which would be Zach Makovsky's first defense of that title. Nogueira coming forward, a lot of bounce in the step of West. And again, Jimmy, he was so strong in emphasizing to us, the key to me is in and out. Punch and get out, knee and get out, kick and get out.
You know, in between rounds in Nogueira's corner, they were yelling at him, Porrada, go after him. Very Brazilian corner. That is classic Brazilian advice. Go after the guy, a lot of emotion in that corner. They also said he lost the first round. They were telling him, you lost that first round. I agree, very close to the round, but I thought he lost, but he's coming out like he lost that first round.
Be with us next Saturday night for the start of Bellator's new heavyweight tournament. Bellator 52 is live at 9 p.m. Eastern on MTV2 and in HD on Epix. Remember, we'll have the prelims for you beginning live at 7 p.m. Eastern on Spike.com and Bellator.com.
You see Ed West initiating a lot more clinches than we thought he would. I think he doesn't like that power of Luis Nogueira. Nogueira, a very hard hitter.
Luis Nogueira, the Brazilian, is in the black trunks. Ed West is in the dark blue trunks. The American West is back against the fence. Heel strikes there to the thigh.
Ed West very unorthodox with his strikes. Strikes with the heels, likes a lot of flying kicks.
West is honestly the most flexible fighter I've ever seen in this sport.
Good,
there are a lot of flexible fighters in this sport.
The guy starts out by putting his foot a lot of times on the top of the cage.
Push kick there by Ed West.
Now going for the takedown is Nogueira, and he gets it. Ed West trying to lock up that guillotine, not gonna happen.
Nogueira just like that pops his head free.
I think this is a good strategy by Nogueira. Mix it up, take him down, mix up striking in the takedown.
Hard body shot, another one and another. 3 with the right hand to the rib cage there by Nogueira.
Well, that's what Nogueira has, that short build, short arms, very powerful. Those shots are gonna hurt.
Again, Nogueira 5'4", West 5'9", which is really tall for a 135-pounder.
Now this has cost Ed West in the past. He's very content to lay on his back, but manages to spring back to his feet.
That was clever by West. Jump knee there, didn't get off with it. West to his feet, a backward somersault. Nogueira just stood back and watched.
Oh, good right hand. Caught that kick right on the ribs, but moved forward. You tell Nogueira doesn't like backing up. He likes to stay in Ed West's face. That's a good strategy.
West said to us that Nogueira is so predictable, he shoots towards the end of every round to try to steal the round in the eyes of the judges. He said, I want my corner to remind me, closing seconds, he's going to shoot, he's going to shoot. Foot stomp there by Nogueira. Old school MMA and another and another. Checking calendar, it feels like 1993 in here. Knee to the thigh by the Brazilian Nogueira. Final minute of round number 2, and another foot stomp.
The good pressure by Nogueira. I think he's figured out that's how to beat Ed West, is stay close to him. Don't play that outside game.
Let's go, guys.
Only need the palm strikes now, and we'll be set. Knee by Nogueira. West trying to move, trying to posture. Again, remember, Nogueira said he wanted to be in tight on the stand-up. West said he wanted distance with the jab, with the reach, with the range.
They're both right, very smart. They know, fight for your build. And Luis Nogueira, the shorter, stockier, I think maybe the more powerful puncher, wants to be in close. Ed West, tall, good movement. Pick him apart from the outside. But right now they're fighting in close, and that's Luis Nogueira's game.
West the jump knee.
We go. Stool, go.
Both very passionate corners, Sean.
Moments away from the start of our third and final round of this first of 4 bantamweight bouts tonight, the quarterfinal round, season 5 of Bellator, and here is round number 3. The Brazilian Luis Nogueira versus the American Ed West. Jimmy, how do you see it on your scorecard thus far?
19-19, I gave Nogueira that last round, obviously got the takedown, and it was more in his domain, a close-up fight negating the length of Ed West.
Nogueira is in the black trunks, West is in the dark blue trunks.
Good right hand by Ed West.
West again on his bicycle, feinting with the jump knee there. Can get off with the push kick. Look at the bounce in the step of West.
This is where West is at his best, center of the cage, on his bicycle, on his toes, moving around.
This is the distance striking that West wanted. He has it right now. Body kick there by West. Nogueira didn't even flinch, and that did land flush.
The key is Nogueira cannot follow Ed West. He has to cut him off, use that counter footwork.
Jump knee there by Nogueira. Good idea, didn't effectively land. Effective to the body there with the knee by West from the clinch.
But I think that jump knee was just to close distance, just to get close to Ed West, although Ed West is landing some effective knees here.
Nogueira applying the pressure. High knee there by West. Inside knee by Nogueira.
Surprised a little bit. Nogueira seems content to work from the clinch, not drop level and go for a takedown. Got it in the last round.
West trying to turn, and he does effectively. Body lock now by Nogueira, and he turns West right back.
That's going to be very hard to hold that position against someone as short and as strong as Luis Nogueira.
Again, Nogueira 5'4", West 5'9".
Let's fight out of there.
An orthodox heel strikes there with the highly flexible Ed West. More conventional knee there by Nogueira. Good turn by West. Back to the center of the Bellator cage.
Throwing the fireball is Ed West.
Push kick now by West.
Deftly blocked by Luis Nogueira.
West right back on his bicycle and circling to his left. Conventional side kick there by West. Nogueira with the left on the inside.
Good body shot to the left hand. See Nogueira talking a little bit. He does not speak English. Doubt it's going to affect Ed West. Now Nogueira's cutting him off a little bit. So far, this round has been about Ed West.
And you see West on his bicycle.
That's what he needs to do, in and out. That's what he said over and over. We talked to him about this fight. He wants to pop and get in and out. Good left hook. Another good left by West.
On his bicycle is where West wants to be. Tight chest to chest in the clinch is where Nogueira wants to be in the stand-up. Under 2 minutes now remaining in this third and final round, quarterfinal number 1. Nogueira looking for a single leg. West holding a wide base.
Oh, good head kick by Ed West.
I think that's West's best kick of the fight, certainly of this round. Nogueira right back undaunted. Clubbing right hand over the top, then this spin by West. Nogueira with his back against the fence. Now West applying the pressure.
If West can get the takedown here, he's going to try and ice this round. Only a minute 15 left.
West said without question, Nogueira always goes for a takedown late in every round. He's very conscious of it. Hammer fist to the thigh there by West, and he's spun right back by Nogueira.
I think Nogueira needs to fight with a little more urgency here. Ed West has been very successful in this third round. It's been at his range.
Nogueira trying to change levels. Not really a takedown, West just going down. West trying to posture up, get to his feet. West doing a good job of defending that slam. Now Nogueira trying to get the back, looking for a suplex. West looking for wrist control in the Kimura.
Trying to get the Kimura, hard to get without the guard though. Going a little bit of Sakuraba here, rolling through it. Back up to his feet, beautiful job.
Both fighters separating the stand-up. Both will look to finish strong now in the closing seconds of the third and final round. Left hand by Nogueira.
Oh,
straight right hand by West. Nogueira misses with that wide right. The bell in the end of the fight.
Outstanding fight by both guys. They may have gone down and been disrespectful weigh-in, but that was a great fight.
Either Luis Nogueira or Ed West will be through to the semifinal round. Bellator's Season 5 Bantamweight Tournament quarterfinal number 1 has gone the distance. Jimmy, on your final scorecard.
29-28, Ed West. I gave him rounds 1 and 3.
Either Luis Nogueira or Ed West will be through to the semifinal round. And to end all suspense, we send it back to Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Judge Mike Berry scores the fight 29-28. Judge Darren Austin sees the fight 30-27. And Judge John Belts scores the fight 29-28. All for the winner by unanimous decision. And now the first semi-finalist in the Bantamweight tournament, Ed Wild West.
He was a finalist in Bellator's inaugural Bantamweight tournament last year, and now here in Bellator's 5th season, he becomes the first semi-finalist. Ed West is victorious, and he is with Jimmy Smith.
Ed West, I think that fireball was the difference in the fight. Looking back on it, you're the first semi-finalist. Now, Luis Nogueira got in your face at the weigh-in, tried to make it a little bit personal. Was that on your mind in this fight?
Kids, that just goes to show you it is not paid to be a bully.
But a very tough fight. I know it was your goal to get angles, to use your distance, use your range. Did you feel like that was effective in this fight?
You know, I watched a lot of his fights. I saw his last fight that he had in Bellator. I sized him up pretty good. Me and my camp always come up with a really good plan. And I knew this was a good fight for me right from the start. So I'm really happy I got out here. I'm real happy I was first. And let's start knocking down them dominoes.
Well, thank you very much. Your first semi-finalist, Ed Wild West.